Have you ever wondered why we're here? Why the world feels so broken, yet so beautiful? What if I told you there's one story, stretching across thousands of years, that explains it all? Not a myth, not a legend, but a true story about love, betrayal, rescue, and a promise that never fades. This is the story of the Bible, the story of God and us. In the beginning, there was nothing. No light, no sound, no time. Then God spoke, and suddenly everything existed. Light burst forth, oceans roared, stars were hung, mountains stood tall, and finally, humans, Adam and Eve, made in his image, made to walk with him. In the Garden of Eden, everything was perfect, no pain, no death, but love must be chosen. And when a serpent whispered lies, Adam and Eve listened. They disobeyed, and everything broke. Sin entered the world, separation, shame. But even in their failure, God gave a promise that one day someone would come to crush evil forever. As time passed, humanity grew, and so did wickedness. God sent a great flood to cleanse the earth, but he saved one man, Noah, and his family. A reset, a second chance. Then came a man named Abraham. God promised him, "You will be the father of a great nation, and through you, all nations will be blessed." Abraham believed. His descendants became the Israelites, through Isaac, then Jacob, and Jacob's 12 sons. One of those sons, Joseph, was sold into slavery by his jealous brothers, but what they meant for harm, God used for good. Joseph rose to power in Egypt, and during a famine he saved his family, the very ones who betrayed him. Years passed, the Israelites multiplied and were enslaved by the Egyptians. They cried out, and God heard. He raised up Moses. God appeared to him in a burning bush. With signs and wonders, Moses confronted Pharaoh. 10 plagues shook Egypt. Finally, freedom. At the Red Sea, God parted the waters. The Israelites walked through on dry ground. In the wilderness, he gave them the 10 Commandments, not to control but to guide. Yet they grumbled, they doubted, and for 40 years they wandered in the desert. Still, God never abandoned them. He provided food from heaven, water from rocks, and finally, he led them to the promised land. Under Joshua, they conquered their enemies, but soon they forgot. During the time of the judges, everyone did what was right in their own eyes. Chaos followed. So they begged for a king. First came Saul, proud and unstable, then David, a shepherd boy who became king, a warrior, a poet, a man after God's own heart. God made David a promise. One of your descendants will reign forever. David's son, Solomon, built a magnificent temple for God. But Solomon's heart drifted, and after him the kingdom split in two, Israel in the north, Judah in the south. Most kings were wicked. They worshipped idols. So God sent prophets, voices crying out in the wilderness. Isaiah, Jeremiah, Elijah, and many more. They warned, pleaded, but the people didn't listen. So judgment came. Assyria conquered the north. Babylon destroyed Jerusalem and the temple. God's people were taken into exile. But even in exile, hope remained. The prophets spoke of a coming king, one who would bring peace, restore hearts, and reign forever. Then, silence. For 400 years, God said nothing. No prophets, no visions, just waiting. Until one night in Bethlehem, a child was born, not in a palace, but in a manger. His name was Jesus, Son of God, Son of Man. He healed the sick, opened blind eyes, taught truth with authority. He forgave sins, he loved outcasts. Crowds followed, but the religious leaders feared him, and though he did no wrong, they arrested him. Whipped, beaten, nailed to a cross. As he hung there, he cried out, "It is finished." The sky darkened, the earth trembled, and the Son of God died. But the grave couldn't hold him. 3 days later, he rose, alive, victorious. He appeared to his followers, he ate with them, spoke with them, and before ascending to heaven, he said, "Go into all the world, make disciples, I am with you always." Then, the Holy Spirit came, like wind, like fire. The disciples were filled with boldness, they preached the gospel, and the church was born. They faced persecution, prison, even death. But nothing could stop them. Letters were written to guide, correct, and encourage. And the message of Jesus spread across the world. The Bible was completed. 66 books, written by over 40 authors across 15 centuries, but one story, one heartbeat, God's love for us. And then the final vision, the book of Revelation. The Apostle John saw what is to come, a final battle, good versus evil. Jesus returns, not as a lamb, but as a lion. Evil is defeated, tears wiped away, death no more. A new heaven, a new earth. God dwells with his people again. The story comes full circle, from garden to garden, from sin to salvation. The Bible is not a rule book. It's not just ancient history. It's a love story. It's your story. The God who created you never stopped pursuing you, and he invites you, right now, to be part of his story. If this moved you, share it. If you're curious, pick up a Bible. And if you want more powerful stories like this, subscribe to Bibble Maniacs, where ancient truth comes to life.